There is no time like the present. The present is a gift, but who knows the appointed time? No one knows the appointed time, and yet one does know the appointed time. One will know the appointed time when one experiences it. I am sure at some point you have somebody who has said to you, "Excuse me, do you have the time on you?" Which I've always found almost amusing, because I wish in many ways to reply, "No, but you are welcome to check the top of my head if you don't believe me." We're not under time. I have no need of this measurement of time. It's ours anyway. But if we look at the minute, it becomes second hand, which can then be split by a third hand, which is seconds. But do we really want seconds, or do we wish to be first? We are part of the first, which is the one. But if I wish to know the time, all I have to look is upward at the day counter, which is the light by the day in this present time, which happens to be the sun. Now the light by the night, the moon, works on a different time scale, it would appear. So if you were to look down upon the earth, the sun would be our hand, the moon would be like the minute hand, following their sky tracks, following their paths, continuously circling, always going round and round. But do we need to go round and round? Can we not find the time inside us? Because you will know the appointed time. The only way you'll know that is to experience it. It will come like a thief in the night. You won't know when it's going to happen. You will only know it when it does happen. It is indescribable. And I'm not talking about this from a conceptual level. I'm talking about this from an experience of it. Now, interestingly, I'm going to mention two of those experiences. On both occasions, I was crossing a bridge. The first one was crossing a natural feature, which was the River Clyde, which was a cloud. It was a feeling of just pure elation. The words are very inadequate to try and describe the experience, but we have to make the best of what we've got available to us. So I will try and give you a description. It is just a feeling of pure joy. It is a wonder. You feel like you are above the ground. You are hovering above it. Not very high, but just enough that you're almost floating. Now, interestingly, on this walk and crossing, as I crossed this bridge, the wind was very strong. I only had a body warmer over a shirt. And yet that wind was helping me. It was pushing me along. It was guiding me, you could say. It was also raining. I could see that it was raining by the puddles and the water droplets, the splashes. And then came the realization that I wasn't getting wet. I checked my arms. The shirt sleeves were not wet. How is this even possible? The feeling of elation is so strong that I'm walking down this main road and I'm laughing. I feel this joy and I don't care what the motorists, the oncoming cars are thinking and what they see, what they judge me to be doing. They probably thought I was completely balmy. But does that affect me, what they think? Am I to import those feelings? Or do I hold the feeling that I have within oneself? The second occasion was crossing a railway bridge. So we've had a natural feature, now we have a man-made feature. And again, that same feeling, although this time it was dry. It wasn't wet, there was no water flow because we're crossing a man-made feature, not a natural feature. A nature-all feature, you could say. Both those experiences happened in 2022. Interestingly, it's a referencing 2020 clear vision, and it happened twice, so that's why it's 22, because it happened 2 times. I'm now at a stage where I'm waiting for stage 4. What am I referring to when I talk about stage 4? I refer you to Neville Goddard talking about the 1,260 days, which is 3.5 years. It is expressed as the Christ preaching for 3.5 years. There is no accident to these numbers. There is no accident to the chapters and verse numbers. They were added in afterwards. They are convenient breaks to identify. They're something from the man-made realm, unless, of course, any one of you out there can show me one. Not just any number one, the original one. It's all a concept that we agree upon, that there is one, like there is 2, there is 3, there is 4. But where is the source of any of those numbers? Where is its physical form? They are just descriptors to help guide us, to help us find the true value, the true wealth, which is within inside oneself. The true gold is the liquid gold inside oneself. It is that consciousness that you need to raise inside oneself. But it starts in the solar plexus. And it has to fall 2 places to the root chakra. It is reflected in nature. A seed is grounded. It is in earth. It is in darkness. It begins to grow. The first thing it is going to put out is the roots. It's looking for that water, the life giver. From that, it begins to grow. It begins to rise. It comes out of the darkness into the light, and it grows upwards towards the light. That is an external reflection given to you by nature. That is a sign by the day. You are given signs by day, and you are given signs by night. They are those little lights when you look up in the night sky. Think of it, if you will, like a hole punch card where those lights come through. It's an instruction to a computer. These lights are electromagnetic. They are giving an energy. They are the astral influences. Have you ever considered why animals have a different perception and reception? That is because they are on all 4 legs. So therefore their spine has a greater surface area to those astral influences. In a human shell, we are upright. So the astral influence So the greatest surface area is your very own dome, your cerebrum, your Sarah Abraham, your skull, your Golgotha. So that's a little bit about time and when things happen. Time has a negative concept where many people are still in the external world, so therefore they are chasing time. They are trying to make time. They're worrying about losing time. But what is the positive to that? That is in the present. That is in the beauty of the timing. If you see the beauty of the timing, you are seeing that creative power in action. It is created by your thoughts. It is created in your imagination. It comes out into this physical reality. And then you watch the sequence of events. Watch the synchronization where everything sinks in. It's all a synchronicity. That is something else I have had many experiences of when I create a video and another channel totally independently will upload a video that overlaps or talks about exactly the same subject, and yet myself and that other person have had no contact or discussion about what videos we're going to make. It just comes when it comes. When you see the beauty in the timing, you are seeing that creative force being shown to you. That real wisdom, that real power in action. Actions speak louder than words, but those type of actions don't have to make a sound. It's whether we can see, hear and feel within ourselves.